Morning. I'm back. I'm in the mood. I'm ready. Come at me, boys. Just bring it to me. Bring it to me. This is gold today. This is just pure fucking gold. Anybody want to send me money? You could do it at Facebook directly. You could do it at PayPal. Uh, here's my PayPal. Um, and please check out my page at on Facebook and see if there's anything you'd like to buy. I'll give great deals on it. These guys are total fucking idiots, though. Sneasel is just like wailing this morning. Boy, he just doesn't know when to quit. Some people just don't know when to quit when they're when they're behind. And here, it's like again, there's a workshop this afternoon. And these are teenage kids too. Some of them are like pushing 18, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not minor attracted. I'm not really attracted to anybody, you asshole. You're the pervert. Again, with the kids, he's so interested in being around children, but he's totally not a pedophile. I'm not. Prove that you're even human, you little fucking twit. You're just a twerp. You're just a fucking twerp. Um, what else? What else? This is just nuts. This is just silly. Hi, whoever's here. I'm definitely in a mood. I'm just so lonely and dying. Today, hear that? It's almost clear. Just a little bit of a rail right here, and my sinuses are fairly clear. I should probably eat some more bee pollen. And bee pollen, this is wonderful stuff. And you should only do local. No, the closer the bees are to where you live, the more of the pollen that is irritating you is going to be is going to have what you need for antibodies in it. So let's see what else is good for a few laughs. Give up the gold. This is a really sad story. I don't know if there's anything more known about it yet. 14-year-old kid blew his father, stepmom, and 3 step siblings away in Alabama yesterday. Or was it Tuesday? Tuesday night. I don't know why. Nobody has any idea why. Let's see what we can find today on it, if there's any more. And the first thing I thought was, oh, a 14-year-old kid. This kid's been hanging around kiwi farms. Somebody talked him into doing it. They were telling me about some shit that they talked some kid into killing his sister. Okay, that's 2 days ago. Let's see what's anything fresh. Okay, they have a confession from yesterday. Let's see if it says why. He tried to tell him somebody, he's the one that called 911 and tried to tell him that he had heard the gunshots and wasn't the one that really did the shooting. They're possibly going to try him as an adult. No described motive. The weapon had been in the home illegally. That we knew that yesterday. Let's see if what else is fresh. Let's see if anything's. This just in the hall. Yesterday. This is the same story. Nope, they don't have any more. Oh, yeah. This kid's been fucking hanging around the fucking right wingers. Asshole motherfuckers. Alabama teen killed family after learning stepmom wasn't his biological parent. Now I wonder who bullied him about that. Cousin of an Alabama youth charged with killing 5 relatives says the slayings occurred days after the teen learned that the woman he considered his mother wasn't a biological parent. Daisy McCarty tells WAFF-TV she believes the revelation led to the slayings, which happened Monday in the North Alabama town of Elkmont. Authorities say the youth told us this week says he's also been acting out in recent months by burning live animals and breaking into his school. He didn't know any different of who his mom was, and they just recently told him. I think that's what really triggered the little boy, to be honest with you. I wonder who they are. Some parents told him, and the kid freaked out? Or somebody online said, oh, guess what? That's typical of the kind of shit these people pull that moves people to commit murders or kill themselves. And it goes on, and Keeley Farms is just one site that does that. And AMP is just one site that is like using it for coordinating criminal activity. Organized cybercrime is a real serious problem that is totally being underreported. The FBI absolutely will not devote any manpower to like the internet fraud letters, for instance. It's like the individual losses are too small for them. Well, here let's just see what Google is going to dish us up for organized cybercrime this morning. Because this is what this is what my battles with the trolls have really been about. Underneath anything that it looks like on the surface, this is what I'm after, is organized cybercrime. This is from February 2018. I'm just going to be reading a few of these introductory bits, and we'll see if there's any I want to open. Here's one from this year. Or how organized cybercrime works. Turnkey technologies. We'll just stick the links to these in the chatter. The business of organized cybercrime, rising intergang. Here's the first one. Cybercrime's on the rise, in part because hackers have learned to run their operations like an agile modern business, which Sneasel was bragging about this morning about the monetization of Noel's channel, Mad at the Internet. They're just mad at you. I'm not mad at the internet. I'm just mad at people lying about me and trying to stir shit against me and harm me. And that's really a very small number of people. And there are a lot more people. Unfortunately, the people that I communicate with aren't really into like all the social networking stupid shit, like making sure that you like and share stuff. But so what? I can tell by the feedback I get what impact I'm making, and where my points are being taken, and who's taking them and how they feel about it. I can see that. I don't know why you guys don't. You're watching out for things you can report and for people getting pissed off at me, and it ain't working, man. It's just not working. People see through it. They can see me. Yes, I'm weird. Yes, I'm fucking nuts. But so what? I'm good at it. People dig it. So fuck you. Anyway. See, this is the problem in Tucson. Not unlike the most powerful drug cartels, I'm gonna have to bomb again, and I finally got through to the landlord. It seems that the agent that I was talking to like left last month, right about when this shit started. I finally got through to someone. They'll be in here next week or so. This week wasn't possible. I had too many things on calendar this week to have her come in and do a walkthrough. I also need to finish cleaning. Down to the floors everywhere. We've got the kitchen pretty well under control. My office fairly well under control, and behind me is getting there. I think that's what I'm gonna do, is leave the camera running and just get to puttering around the studio. Get some music playing that I can get away with playing without getting a copyright hit. Anybody here saying anything yet? No. Well, since we got some people here, I suppose I'll make some noise. I can't play that thing. It's got to really want me to, and it's not wanting me to. Anyway, excuse me, but my relationship to people younger than me is as their auntie. Okay, I have no sexual desires for anybody at all of any age. If somebody comes along and turns me on, okay, cool. I'm kind of sapiosexual that way. I always have been. I need to be attracted to you as a person before I get sexually aroused. And I have no, desire to mate with anybody very much younger than me. And it should be obvious to people. So I don't need to belabor that crap or go over the single incident they have as evidence. We don't need to do that because this is bullshit. I'm not. I'm not to the LGBT. I'm recognized by a lot of people with a lot of, excuse me, there's 1,000 people in my group. And they're not all transgender people either. A lot of them are parents and they're healthcare providers in the transgender science group. I have just incredible cisgender heterosexual allies that appreciate the information that I'm sharing. These are just perverts. And they aren't even really all that alt-right either. They're just fucking idiots. They're video gamers. They live in a video game reality. They have this like warped sense of morality. And anybody that they're intellectually incompetent to refute the person's premises, they just attack their character and usually make up shit to do it. This is popular? Okay. I'm not playing anymore. I really am not. This is my channel. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want, and I'm gonna avoid dealing with those assholes. It's just at this point I've got an actual investigator working on it, looking into. He's trying to find somebody that he can actually prosecute. He knows there's laws being broken. He just can't get his hands on anybody. And this is a problem all over the country. And I think this particular guy recognizes that. And I think I got through to an even attorney, law firm's paralegal about the importance of this to more than just me. This isn't just me getting all butthurt about people laughing at me on the internet. Okay. criminal shit going on, like calling false alarms. That really lit him up. That definitely lit him up. And you be sure they're investigating that. Whoever made that call, they're going to find that person. Or I'm going to find out why they can't find him. Yeah, this idiot is screaming at me. Listen, you know, this is the fake D price, or else I've got a fake real price. I don't real D price. I don't know which. Yeah, at this point, I really don't know, and it doesn't really matter. Really doesn't matter. I have my life. I have my community. I represent myself and am extending protection around my community as best I can. And this person is not a member of the community. The real D price, if they're fake, is at least feeding me like quality information. I'm going to hit her up and see if she's going to be willing to verify her identity. For this reason, that there's this other D price that is insisting on being confrontational. And we'll see what else is going on with these idiots. And then we'll take a look at Kiwi Farms. And then I'm just going to get up and putter around the studio. If anybody wants to say anything, cool. I'll keep an eye on it. Boy, some people just don't know when to stop. They're hot and heavy this morning. Who's this one? Probably Gary. Oh, yeah. Fucking idiot. What an idiot. These people are criminals. They're just fucking criminals. Now, whether they're actually engaged in the kind of high-level criminal activity that they claim to be, I don't know and I don't care. But the conspiracy to harass and defame people and the use of electronic media to do it is illegal. And there's really, you have no protection for this behavior under the First Amendment or under fair trade or fair use practices. I'm sorry, you're violating copyrights. You're fucking conspiring to harass people. You're driving people to suicide. You're driving the fucking cops nuts. I'm gonna be talking with somebody about who's paying the bill. Probably should make that call today. Let's see if I can get to the cop shop, to the city manager and talk to him about this. I talked to my council person yesterday. Let's see if we can get Tucson city manager on the phone. Where's the phone number? Here it is. That's not a COPD cough. That's a productive cough. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. I hope so. I'm the victim in a number of police reports that were made between 181205 0439 and 190823 0002. And I'd like to speak with somebody in the city manager's office about the cost of this whole circus and the fact that there has been like no progress in arresting anybody.
And did you ever try calling the police department and talking with
I'm in there is an investigator, but he's kind of like can't really do much because of the nature of the problem. And it needs to be prosecuted by federal authorities or at least the state. Local doesn't have enough jurisdiction and they don't have the manpower to properly investigate it. It's cybercrime. And the most recent report, there was a 9/11 prank that resulted in the dispatch of a 3-engine unit, 3 engines and a ladder. Man, the captain said that cost you guys $3,000, and this investigator is unable to do anything. Well, whoever would, here's a situation with cybercrime happening to a citizen of Tucson. It's been actively investigated since February, and the guy is just like doesn't have the tools to identify anybody. And for some reason, this has been going on for several years. I was told at the beginning that they don't have it, the jurisdiction to do anything but be a reporting agency, and promised to move it to the feds, but they keep saying, no, we can't, or we can't force the feds to do anything, or yada, yada, yada. And I have to make it stop. I can't have them like sending me pizzas every time I go online to stream. I'm an artist, and part of, I'm a street artist here and an internet artist online. And this is like really disturbing my life because things are happening on the street that have cost me money and put me in harm's way because of what's happening online.
Okay, so there is a process, and it's best to start with. So you've spoken with the police department.
There are those 2 cases being investigated by a Detective Hyde. We are in communication about it. I'm feeding him evidence, but there's nothing he can really do because of the lack of proper computer forensics team and because of lack of jurisdiction.
Right. So there's not at this point you've heard the innocent past, correct? So you want to see if there's anything that can be done further?
Well, this is a nationwide issue. It's a nationwide issue, ma'am. One of the sites that is targeting me has 2,000 targets, over 2,000 targets. Unknown. I have to file FOIA just to get them to tell me if they're doing anything. There are 3 organizations that are invading my privacy by misappropriation, harassing and defaming me all over the internet. They're destroying my ability to even hold an account anywhere. And then they brag about getting me blocked. 3 incidents have occurred on the ground. One of them got me thrown out of the gem show based on a lie. Cost me my whole income for the year, pretty much. And the local police are unable to do anything. Somebody needs to like light a fire under the FBI because this is a nationwide problem. I'm in contact with at least 10 other victims. They won't. Tucson police has refused to do it. And it needs to be done. So where my head is at, I've talked to my council person yesterday. I'm in, what is it, 5th? I forget, 5th or 6th. I'm south of, I'm just north of 22nd Street. And I talked to that office yesterday, the one on the south side. And I'm talking to the city manager's office, bringing this to your attention because there's all this money that has been spent on spinning your gears over a bunch of juvenile delinquents. Do you understand my concern here about cost effectiveness of the government? Seeing that I'm paying in. Am I making? Do I make sense to you, ma'am?
So at this point, then I would recommend that you speak with the independent police auditor and civilian investigator. It seems like everybody's at an impasse because this does require federal involvement.
Yeah, this is clearly a federal issue. There are other victims in other cities, and we have collected a ton of information that could take down 2 sites and at least 10. Pardon me?
You'd have to, go through their agencies. Since it seems like with the city,
So who do I talk to? Who's the appropriate department to be talking to about this with the city? Police monitor?
Well, yeah, I can transfer you down to our police auditor.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Thank you. Sounds like she's on heroin.
You have reached 520-837-4035. Calls from Mitch Kagan, the independent police auditor, are now being taken by 520-837-4003. Again, the new number is 520-837-4003.
Hello, is this the police auditor, city auditor's office?
It is. Can I help you?
I hope so. Who am I speaking with, please?
My name is Mitch Kagan, K-A-G-E-N.
Mitch, I think we've spoken in the past.
You sound very familiar as well.
My name is Tommy Wasserberg. I'm a transgender artist that has had a problem with the police for quite some time that I tried to get you folks to look at a couple of years ago.
Okay.
This is pretty much connected to the same thing, is that here I am, a transgender artist with a good, strong connection to the community, both here and on the internet, who is being targeted by 3 criminal organizations that are all under control of one that appears to be made up of IT security contractors that are selling services to the government and large corporations, part of which is to interdict the web presence of people like myself.
Okay.
So I brought this with me. It's been, my first time I got broken into was in 1999, and it backtraced to insert.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
I have to better frame what you're telling me. I got to put things in my order here so I can better understand and be able to serve you better. And you're kind of starting at D, E, and F, and I got to start at A, B, and C. So
Okay, well then you ask your questions. I'll sit and let you draw it out of me because that's what you do for a living.
Well, in part, but thank you, I appreciate that. All right, so having said that, hang on, let me get some paper out and be able to talk to you without interruption. All right, give me your name again.
This started out, you know, I changed my name recently last year. My birth name is Thomas J. Wasserberg, Wasser
Yeah.
Berg. Currently, it's
pardon. What's your name? Legal name now.
Tommy Jane, Tommie Jayne. Just made it girled. I girled it.
Okay.
And I have a commonly known alias, a stage name of Tommy Tudor, Tomm.
I know you are. Tommy, I know you are. All right. Let me ask you. Is it a legal name change or something?
Oh yeah, no. My name and gender marker got changed legally downtown. Did the whole smear.
Where'd you have the name change?
Superior Court does the name change, and the Social Security office does the gender marker.
Have you shared? You've been working almost exclusively, I think, with Mickey Peterson, right, Sergeant Peterson?
Wrong. I have evidence that Sergeant Peterson is on the take. Yes, sir. You heard me. Peterson. I have evidence that Peterson. Yes, sir.
I'm going to put you on hold for 1 second.
Okay.
Tommy.
Yes.
Do you want me to call you Tommy or Thomas or
Tommy? Tommy is Tommy. I prefer Tommy over anything.
All right, Tommy, give me your phone number.
It's 520-241-2776. One thing I want to caution you about that particular accusation and any others, these people are pathological liars. I have no idea what.
Hang on. You said that accusation. You're getting in the middle. I don't even know what you talked about.
I guess you weren't. You know, I said I have evidence that Peterson. You asked me about Peterson. I said I know I haven't been because I have evidence Peterson's dirty. And then you said what? And here we are now. That was the accusation. Pardon me?
I just said that. I'm just going to mess you out loud. All right, Tommy, do me a favor.
All right.
Okay? Because this is going to be a very long story, I am sure.
Oh yeah. Let me give you two numbers and the current. There are two case numbers and an investigator. Aye. Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor.
Okay.
Because I really do want to spend time on your case.
Wonderful.
As realistic as I can. As realistic as I can, okay?
Okay.
Tommy, if it's something specific, I'm going to deal with it. If you start talking about Martians, I'm not going to help you a lot, okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's going to be realistic. It's going to have to be something that, and when I say realistic, I don't mean just, reality versus hallucination. I'm talking about realistic.
I hear you.
Tangible enough for me to address.
Right.
I mean, if you start telling me about, President Bush from, 2000.
I didn't. I told you that I have evidence that Peterson and others are dirty in your department, protecting massive. No, hear me out, please. Let me give you the conspiracy theory and the disclaimer, okay?
I don't work for the police department.
I understand that. But there is this outrageous accusation against the police department being dirty, protecting contraband traffic, containerized contraband traffic coming to our railhead by truck. That's the ugly accusation that I have no way of verifying. I do not know if they're feeding me false information or not, sir.
Okay. So, what I'm talking about is realistic.
Okay.
I promise to make for you. but here's what I want you to do. Okay, I want you to commit this to writing, and I want you to submit it to me so it gives me the time to really fully understand what you're telling me.
I was
be able to work the case.
I was going to suggest, because I need to assemble some more evidence for Detective Hyde is the one who's on it right now. He's been on it since February.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So this is what I want you to do.
My complaint, there are two active investigations that are being conducted by a Detective Hyde. That's what this call is about.
Put it together for me in writing.
Gotcha. Where should I send it?
Within 4 minutes, told me about 7 different things.
I know, it's a very, very complex case, sir.
And I can't weave it together by the way you're talking.
I hear you. I hear you. I will give you a coherent statement in the email. Tell me where to send it, please.
All right. You want to send it to Mitchell, Mitchell, dot Kagan, Kagen, at TucsonAZ.gov.
Gotcha. I don't imagine you could like recommend a nice queer friendly synagogue anywhere in this town, could you?
Yeah, any of them. What you want? You like Reform? You like?
Well, I'm all of the above kind of person. I'm actually an unorthodox Jew. I live on the near south side. What's the nearest thing to me?
Cross Streets.
Broadway and 6th. Not Broadway, 22nd and 6th.
There's nothing near you.
No, the closest thing is on the other side of campus, I think.
Yeah, it would be. And my guess is you want something more akin to Reconstructionist.
Well, seeing as how I was one of Louis Binstock's last students, sang behind Debbie Friedman and was stage manager for Joel Grieshaver production. If you're familiar with those names, yeah. Danny Syme. That was where I came out of high school. I was in the Chicago Federation, just as Reconstructionism was being born.
You may want to just reach out to the JCC or to the Jewish Federation of Southern Arizona and then really ask them those kinds of questions. They're probably more.
Right on. Cool. Shekhinah sent some goosebumps up my legs when you were talking about knowing them people and knowing what it's about. Thanks for.
When I talk to you, which pronoun would you prefer, she or he?
She. I'm. Are you familiar with Two-Spirit people?
Not completely, but I.
Well, Two-Spirit is Native American. There's a lot of people running around calling themselves bi-gender and genderqueer and shit. It's like, this is me. This is the way I was born. I have a male aspect. You don't want to meet him. It's pretty much.
Well, I've seen some of your YouTube stuff, Tommy. But I do want to. I just out of respect, I want to know whether you prefer she or he.
She. Yeah, I'm a she, and if people can't relate to me as female, I request that they use they. He and Tom and Sir make me bristle.
If you prefer she, then I call you she.
Well, spend any time with me, it's pretty obvious that I have a female energy.
All right, Tommy.
Appreciate it.
Send me something coherent, please.
It's coming. It's coming. I have to give us something to. I'll just copy it to you when I.
Please.
I've got. I promise. I've got. Breathe. It's cool. It's cool. We're under control here. No Martians. There's no Martians. No, you know that ancient astronaut stuff comes with the same freaking disclaimer, man. Either I'm a real channel or I've just got a really good imagination. Okay?
You send me what you got. I promise to take a look at it. All right? And I'll give you a shout after I get it.
Thank you. Happy day, Mitch. Good to talk to you. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see if any idiots have actually had the nerve to say anything. Oh yeah, plenty. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Here's Tossaway account. I just thought that I would inform you on something. I'm a Kiwi Farms member, but I just used the site to follow the furry boards. I was added at random to a private message chain last night. Oh boy. Oh, that one. I know about that one. They feel they cannot post anywhere else because they're from private combos of This chain is bizarre because there are people they bring in from off-site, like this Sancha Nation person and others. A lot of it is just like people that are making up shit. Operation Green Giant. Report things to a courthouse about fines and to a landlord about marijuana use. The landlord knows I use marijuana. And the fines are covered, man. I paid that shit. Thanks. Fuck off, Blake. Bye. People tell me how beautiful I am all the time. And they don't even have to. I can tell on their face that they're loving me. Yeah, that's something that okay. Ask me if I care. Hey Neon, how are you doing? Silent Quail, bye. Yeah, it's easy. That's easy. You know, I have real fans who don't show their faces because of you idiots. This is not a video game. This is real life. Anybody else want to get stupid? But Tossaway, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not worried about anything these guys want to do. Well, that's not really true because they've managed to get this James Farisho to like just get weird, real weird, several times. Had him in my face 4 times now. So that's what's up with that. It's 10 o'clock. It's Thursday. I want to work lunch and come back and take a nap. There's a workshop in preparation. The something's coming down on the 10th. No, and there's going to be continual pressure from the Rainbow parents to end the debate. That we need to pass the Equality Act, and everybody's people got to shut the fuck up with this fake science, totally improper bullshit. But I appreciate you bringing that to me. I really do. If you have clips, you know, I'd like to see who the people are who are. It's just some Mexican crap. I get Mexican Primo. It's got very little seed and very little stem, and it's nicely manicured and it works good. That's what I get. It cost me $35 for a half ounce. When I do have good shit, I have a friend who grows it for a guy up in Humboldt County, I think he is, or Mendocino County, I forget which. There's a guy who's got a strain he's been growing for 15 years that I'm not sure. I think, what is it, blueberry something or other? Blueberry, it's a cross between blueberry something and something else. I forget what it is. And then last year, the guy was growing yeah, I know. Wait till let me finish what I tell you. You know, it's just out of season for me because my guy is up in Mendocino right now growing. When he gets back, I'm going to be getting the popcorn buds for $5 and the good buds for $8. Last year, the guy does the growing. My friend just helps him. Last year, dude was working with some grow outfit in town where they had something was happening. I don't know exactly why, but they had to get 200 plants out of their greenhouses and off the property before they got busted for them. I don't remember why they were going to get busted for them, but they had to remove these plants, and they just wanted them to take them and throw them away. But dude says, no, these are platinum phenom Kush. And I was getting that for $5 and for the popcorn buds and $8 for the whole ones last year. We'll see what he brings this year. They Tucson has a reputation for being a kind of place for dumping overstock. From we see stuff from Colorado and Oregon come through at gem show time, $100 an ounce. Pound might be only. I had people offering pounds last year for 900, and pretty nice stuff. The $40, $10. There's no excuse in my mind. I have never had any weed or hash or anything that I think is fairly sold for more than $10 a gram. I think that should be $10 a gram should be like for the ultimate knock you on your ass in one hit shit. And everything else should be much cheaper. Which one's Zoe Quinn and who I can't keep up with it. I ain't even trying at this point. I've got the attention of the city on this, and they understand this is a federal issue that the local cops are incompetent to do anything about. What can I say at this point? Let's go look at Zoe Quinn. What the fuck did Zoe Quinn do? I don't even know who Zoe Quinn is. Is that one of the trans people they're targeting? Oh, she's up on the top of the stack today. Who is this person? Chelsea von Valkenburg, Locke Valentine, Unburnt Witch, Primate, Crash Override, Hatbot, Old Uncle Anime. So where's the story? I'm not going to go reading that whole thread. No way. Does somebody want to give me anybody want to come on camera, talk about this kind of shit? Let me open up the video chat but then I can't watch this chat. There's nobody here with a ranch right now. No, I'm open to discussion about this because I finally got, that was the city police monitor I was talking to for just a while ago. And he's been following me for some time, obviously, and he knows about the Martian shit. And like all of it, my standard disclaimer is I have no idea if I'm channeling for real or if I just have a very fertile imagination. I have no clue. I mean, I can back up anything I say with some documentation from somewhere. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty of what the spirit world tells me, I have no way of knowing if that's real or if that's just something that bubbles up out of my imagination from somewhere. And by the same token, nothing anybody tells me on the internet can be trusted for truth without verifying it. Nothing at all. I have no way of knowing if these people at AMB are really big time criminals. I know that there's mass quantities of contraband moving in containers, or they wouldn't be busting it. There were 3 containers busted over the summer. So anyway, Um, I probably shouldn't be fucking around online right now unless people really want to interact. Let's see what's going on in my thread. Anybody, anything to laugh at? Um, see who they're. Okay, so they're going after they're going after Desmond's family. That's to be expected. At least he laid off of my friends. Still after Andrew Dobson, I see. I never heard anybody, any of these people. Old gamer shit. You lose interest in Sam? Russell Greer's still up there. A lot of new names. Noah's Joe, he's bragging they had over 2,000 targets. He still got Bob McKim up on the front page, asshole. So that's really, he's just a crazy old man, crazy old fucking religious fanatic. That's fucking mean. But I see how it works. I've known how it works. It's, you know, it's just totally it's a complete loser to no, mediocre Bill. I've been studying organized cybercrime for 20 years. You know, I started out on the internet on you know, an academic setting. It's my first access to the networks, and there were you know, decorum was maintained. There weren't a bunch of fucking sadomasochistic psychopaths out there harassing people just for the Schadenfreude rush, and all these corporate tools out there fucking feeding them bullshit to people to go and get in their face. That's what I've been studying for 20 years. And it's coming together. City of Tucson's going to get you guys. City of Tucson's pissed now. And I think I got the right I got the right people's attention. You know, I've got an investigator. I got somebody in the in the police monitor's office. That's a lanceman. And I'm not a tranny. I'm not that at all. I'm a transgender I'm trans feminine. I'm a trans feminine person who was assigned male at birth and subjected to some kind of genital surgery that resulted in a penis I can't see properly, and parents who forced me into a unnatural male role all my life. So my male aspects are really unpleasant fellow. And this is me. When I'm in this kind of a mood, this is me. When I'm all la la la, that's Tom. And I really just don't want to let you people have access to him. It's very uncomfortable for me to go there. My friends get worried. They get nervous. Why somebody brought Tom out? I was supposed to play with Ariana and Flem one night at this little music and movies on mountain thing, and sound guy was being real disrespectful to me. And I went off on him, and I had to leave. It was like, I got to go, man. I can't be around somebody like you. And we were getting set up to play, and I just, no, I can't do this. I'm out of here. Freaked out Ariana and Flam. You know, keep that alpha male shit to yourselves. Yeah, well, KMS, happy day. Um, Pop's Pop's an old religious fanatic. And he's like not real. Um, I don't want to insult the guy. You know, he's just crazy old dude, and they're taking advantage of him. And so what if he's a hater? He's just got it's just one of thousands. He's one of thousands of people they feed on his hurt. They like to hurt him, and they like to feed off that. Thoughts on drag kids? Hey, um, so far, uh, the whole trip has just links in the same thing. Clinical studies are showing that when you let a transgender kid do what the transgender kid wants to do, they excel. The behavioral health parameters and scholastic aptitude testing off the fucking charts. It's when you pressure them into being something that they aren't that the behavioral health parameters become so ugly and all the self-harm happens. If you can make money on the kid doing a drag show, fuck, he's not the only one. And, you know, some people who do drag end up transitioning, and some end up being drag queens all over their lives, and some don't. You know, some will quit and just be, just let them be. We're witnessing the very first generation of happy trans kids and happy families with queer kids in them. You know, you'll hear the queers of my generation talking about what hell it was for us, but it was hell for our families too. And you know, it's so wonderful to be part of this community in Tucson where the queer families, the rainbow families, are just standing up to the old bullshit. It's like, no, this is not medically accurate. The medical community has not looked at same-sex attraction or transgender behavior as a mental illness in a long, long time. It was officially removed. Gender dysphoria was officially removed as a or gender identity disorder was officially removed in the DSM-5 and downgraded to something that's they're still arguing over. And the transgender community is trying to say that, hey, if you leave us alone and let us be, we don't suffer this anxiety or any of these other deleterious effects that any of these behavioral health dysfunction that people who are saying that they have gender dysphoria have. You know, when I was right up until 2014, I was prone. Oh, it's the same thing with the beauty pageants. No different. Well, I don't know. You know, it's always been a problem with Hollywood kids. You know, Michael Jackson, for instance, he wasn't a sex offender. He was developmentally arrested. He's developmentally arrested. He saw those kids as playmates, not sex objects. And it's always been a problem when the parents exploit their kids, but they're parents. They're allowed. At least they're just exploiting them and not selling them to sex slavers. That happens in a lot of places, man. That's scary. The Philippines, there's a whole organization, I think, that's like right in there trying to intervene when the families are going to sell their kids off. I really see nothing wrong with it if it's, as long as the kid, yeah, right. Good question. That probably has something to do with the Mossad and sex sex blackmail for all these assholes that are sucking up to AIPAC, all the war hawks. It's keeping the war hawks voting right alongside with them. Is sex blackmail. I saw something. They haven't really, the public isn't staying all worked up about Epstein, but I think the investigators are still pushing. There are something like 100. They said there were hundreds of third parties named, hundreds of prominent third party names. In the testimony of the victims. So this party is not anywhere near over. I don't know why they went after Jackson so hard. That was just so wrong because he was a child himself. He was not. This is not a sexual thing with those kids. One little bit. Yes. Hello. Fucking telephone. It just went dark. I picked up the phone and it went dark. Most often, when something happens, it's not reported the way it really happened. That the story that's presented to the general public is one that's designed to lend what's called plausible deniability to the actual conspirators that made this shit happen. I really don't know. I've never studied it, and I'm not one myself, so I've never really studied it deeply. I have a relative who is one. We've talked about it a little bit. I have no idea what's common for pedos. It's very common for transgender people to get arrested at a young age, not real young. It's more common like me. It's like, we'll live through it and then hit puberty and it's like, and that's where I'm coming from. And that prisons for pedophiles or pedophiles in prisons. See, I see pretty much all the problems in the world emanating from this syndicate of multinational banker gangsters. Who's there? Oh, that's probably a delivery. I have to knock on the delivery driver. No, it's not. It wasn't a delivery man. Yeah, I really, there's just so much I can hold on one plate. Okay, I'm one of the last students of a prominent non-Zionist rabbi. I'm a first-generation hippie. I'm transgendered and grew up in the neighborhood. And thank you. It's blue denim. That's blue denim. Thank you. Um, I see most of the all of the world's illness as being sourced by the banker gangsters. It all goes back to them. And I really believe that society would heal itself once that source of corruption is removed. And that's where I really like to keep my focus. I don't want, you know, pedophilia is not something that has ever really impacted my life before somebody started accusing me of being one. Um, and it's a common thing that they do. You know, if they got somebody that they can't really like refute their premises, they try to destroy their character, and that backfires on them all the time because people can hear me, they can see me, they can see what I'm writing, and then decide for themselves. And yeah, some people get on board with these idiots, but plenty of people are getting on board with me and sharing really interesting things of their own with me. Um, let's see what else the idiots have. Sneasel's been giving up pure gold this morning. See, they think, they think tard wrangling, and no, they're taking it seriously, boy. They're really taking it seriously. That's Chicken Man. What's Chicken Man got to say now? Okay, Patrick, fuck you. No, they're not. I'm being taken seriously. And your time as a free man is limited, very limited. I pity you all for the day that the quarantine is lifted, and you discover what's really in charge of this world. I really pity people like you. But yeah, I've actively gone out and courted the attention I received because I was trying to get you to expose yourself. Thank you for doing it. No, I don't. But the day you come and face me, you can talk like that. That's Patrick Kelly, a U.S. Marine Corps idiot, some kind of IT guy in the Marines. Probably never saw combat. People like him and Tom Madeira sitting on his ass in the Middle East on an Intel desk. And then there's John Tate. How come you guys don't talk about John Tate anymore? How about John Tate? How about that John Tate? And how about that Ed Mature? John Tate is somebody who got the fuck away from those people, because they were too sick, and they were gonna expose. He knew what I was onto, and he got the beat back the fuck away from him. It's gonna come down on him. It's coming down. It's promised. When, I don't know, but the city is looking at it in terms of, hey, we really need to request assistance from the federal government on this because we do not have the tools to investigate what our citizen is experiencing and is costing our city thousands of dollars every year to deal with. So it's going to happen. Promise. That's why I've been so persistent. And I think with that, I don't think that. We'll look around. see if there's anything worth talking about at the farms, because there's nothing going on at the moment with those idiots. 9 o'clock, nice user. I don't know. That's a collection of shit I don't even want to look at. Yesterday, 4 minutes ago. That was from the last stream, the earlier stream. God, this is just some stupid shit. Not even worth repeating. I'll just let you know who said the stupid shit that wasn't worth repeating. I was and am will be and has a picture of Socrates, and he's probably about a 23-year-old idiot with his head stuffed full of shit that he doesn't understand. Okay, that's all nothing. Let's see if there's anything over there. And then I think I'm gonna cut it out because I do want to go and I want to go downtown for lunch. Oh, there was nothing there. Well, let's see if anything here. Nothing there either. Bye. Bye. Let's see what else is open. How organized cybercrime works. I never did get to that, did I? Because that's what's up, and that's what I really need to work on today is a coherent presentation for. I have something written out for Kagan. This is from last year, though. I don't want that. There is something fresher. Let's close that. We'll close that. We read that. Close that. That's where we are now. What's going on here? Oh, that's this. But he's still, you're going to need to get to, I want to see what you fucking sent him. enough talk about your health, dude. Should have never told him. I thought I was hoping he was feeling better because he's not. Okay, that's all gone. We're done there. I've almost got 25,000 points. Yeah, I got 23,750 points. By the end of this month, I'll have enough for an Amazon gift card for filling out YouGov surveys. They're pretty funny. A lot of times they'll ask me a question, and I'll say, no, I haven't had television in 15 years. It's like, oh, well, you don't qualify. Okay. So I was going to be cleaning up, and I'm not. I'm sitting at my desk, and it's getting to be time to leave. So I want to thank you all for coming, and happy day. Bye.